What's up, guys? Your news now. Did you get my message I sent you yesterday? I'm gonna call you today, though. What's up, Johnny Bowler? Ah, I ain't gone to jail yet, so we'll see. But I just wanted to give y'all a quick update. So this morning, I checked my case. I actually got the message first, but I checked my case. Um, they have filed the traffic citation in another court. So, Steve, I'll recap real quick in a minute. Um, so the traffic citation is filed in District or Superior Court Division 4, and as of this morning, it's been also been filed in Superior Court Division 1. So I've got the traffic ticket they gave me, and then I've got the two felony charges and the traffic ticket pending in Superior Court 4, Division 4, and then they refiled the traffic ticket in Division 1. So I don't know, like, if Division 4 wouldn't take the charges. Um, I don't know if they're trying to file, like, double jeopardy, if they're throwing it at the wall, seeing what sticks. I have no clue yet. But as of, like, 10 minutes ago, the warrant is not in the system. I haven't actually called and asked yet because it could potentially take some time from the time they sign it to the time um, it gets entered. But as of right now, if you search my name online in the warrant database, it's not there. For those who aren't aware of what's going on, I did an audit on the 8th of January, I believe, 8th or 9th, and ended up in a traffic stop that was bogus. I got the video. I can prove the traffic stop was bogus. And then it was on the 8th. And then on the 11th, 3 days after the traffic stop was done and over with, they filed charges against me for felony intimidation, felony battery of an officer, uh, disorderly conduct, and failure to signal. So, um, mind you, this was 3 days after everything was done. So, um, I expect them to sign the probable cause affidavit today. I mean, they may not, but that's what I'm kind of expecting. I expect them to sign it today and a warrant to be issued for my arrest at some point today. So, with that being said, I'm either going to turn myself in tonight or tomorrow. Right. It's a blatant lie, and he signed it under the penalty of perjury. So to me, it's malicious prosecution, which helps my civil case. I think that's what it comes out. Several of the cops from the department are following my YouTube channel, which is fine. I don't really care. But I announced on January 10th that I intended to file a civil rights lawsuit against the city or the town of New Chicago. It's not a city, it's a town. Uh, I announced that I intended to file a civil rights lawsuit on the 10th, and then miraculously on the 11th, 3 days later, they filed saying I battered them. They filed saying they were scared, um, and that I was disorderly somehow, even though no scene was created. So nobody stopped to watch. Nobody, nothing. There was no civilians that paid any attention to us other than people rubbernecking like a regular traffic stop. You see people pulled over, and you're like, "Hey, what's going on?" as you drive by. Other than that, you know, no scene was created by my actions. So, um, there's video on my YouTube channel for all of you that are not aware. You can look up the New Chicago video, Lake Station UPS, New Chicago audit, and then New Chicago 2. And then Noman SEO made a video, which I've shared, of the actual battery. Yeah, I got a buddy that's an attorney. So, Summer. But right now it's in their court. So, right now the ball's in their court. He can't do anything until they actually sign the warrant. So, right now all I've got is the pending traffic ticket, which is going to cost me money if, you leaving? I'll talk to you later. Love you too. If they, if the charges stick, the bond schedule in Lake County was actually just up. My lawyer's anticipating $50,000 bond, $5K cash. So right now it's just a waiting game, guys. But they did refile the traffic ticket in another court, which I find really, really odd. I will at some point a video list my PayPal. As of today, I'm okay. But like if I go to jail and I'm gonna have attorney's fees and stuff like that. So the information's out there. Even if I had to fight the traffic, it's going to cost me a couple $100. So if people are definitely willing to donate, it will be used for that cause. Just a little jaded. Can you post my PayPal link and or my email? My email for PayPal is jls7484@gmail.com, and my PayPal is, or my link is www.paypal.me/IBN219. But I mean, like I said in my video, I've got a wife and 3 kids. So if I end up going to jail, my wife only works 2 days a week. She works like 15 hours a week. A bulk of the income in our family comes from me. So it's going to put a strain on us financially, on top of having to do bond and so forth and so on, you know. So anything anybody donates will be used in some shape or form to either pay the attorney, pay the bond, if I get arrested, cover phone calls, stuff like that. It's not gonna, you know, I'm not going to McDonald's, like, if that makes sense. So it'll be used in some shape or form related to what's going on here. Again, my PayPal, if you want to PayPal it, is jls7484@gmail.com or paypal.me/IBN219, www.paypal. If one of the mods or somebody can retype that. Hey, Ben. I did file a complaint there. So I'm going to actually call in a little bit and follow up on that complaint. Can you post my PayPal email and my PayPal link? James, what we're talking about is they actually filed the traffic ticket in another court. So the felony charges and the misdemeanor are pending, along with the traffic ticket in Lake County Superior Division 4. www.paypal.me/IBN219 or jls7484@gmail.com is the email address associated to my PayPal. So I have all my charges that initially that I talked about the other night, that the 2 felonies, the misdemeanor, and the traffic ticket pending in Division 4. And then they refiled the they refiled the traffic ticket in Division 1 this morning. So I don't know if they're trying to double charge me. I don't know if the judge in Division 4 didn't sign off on everything. I don't have a clue at this point. Bye, buddy. Come here. Give me a hug and kiss. You want to say hi to YouTube this morning?
Hi.
You got to tell everybody who you are.
I'm Noah.
He's Dad Master NJ.
And I have Spider-Man on my backpack.
Hang on. We got to show you guys Spider-Man. Turn around. Let's show him Spider-Man. He's got Spider-Man on his backpack.
It's from the new movie.
It's from the new movie. All right, buddy. Have a good day at school. I'll see you later, okay?
All right.
Be good.
See you later. Bye.
Don't get in trouble.
I don't.
Don't film your teacher.
I don't bring my phone with.
All right. Don't take your phone with. So yeah, I'm kind of confused as to how they filed the traffic ticket in a different division court when it's pending in one court. Well, I mean, I'm not going to go on the run because, thank you. I mean, I'm just going to turn myself in because if they pull me over and shit, then they're going to tow my car and it's going to cost me a shit ton more money than just turning myself in, you know, because then I got to pay to get my car out of impound and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not worried about it. So, yep, I'm working on the terms to turn myself in. I'm waiting. I'm expecting. Right, they want my gun permit. They're not the first department. No, New Chicago, Indiana, Terry. New Chicago, Indiana. James, absolutely a warrant would be false, but a judge only goes off the information the judge is given. So if the judge feels that what the police officer has wrote in the probable cause affidavit deems charged, then, you know, he's going to sign for it. He doesn't know that let me see. Hang on a second. It's www.paypal.me/IBN219. So I don't know. I didn't see the other one, Tammy. Yeah, 219, not 129. Yours now. So basically what it stems down to, James kind of covered it, is the battery comes from the fact that I tossed my license out or whatever. It goes forward and comes back. So I'm not sure if it either hits the mirror or the wind catches it. But either way, it was not thrown at him. Number two, I say in the video when I pulled over, which I missed it the first time, that I do have my gun on the front seat. So in the probable cause affidavit, it says that I was aware that the New Chicago Police Department was watching my live stream. And then the next sentence in that says, upon review of the video, I made the statement and they were in fear. So they weren't in fear at the time when they were supposedly watching me live, even though they didn't know who I was. They weren't in fear then, but they were in fear after they watched it. 3 grown men with guns, batons, tasers, handcuffs were in fear. But I was never asked for my gun permit. I was never asked about my gun. I was never pulled out of my vehicle. All the things that you would think. No, the pig didn't go to the hospital. All the things that you would think would happen if they were in fear didn't happen. So at this point, yes, your news now. Thank you. So at this point, they became in fear after the fact. And then I was disorderly for I don't know what reason, but whatever. No scene was created. Basically, Lindsay C. Totally ridiculous. I know. Like one of the videos somebody posted says 400-pound cop battered by 3-gram license. And if you watch the video, in my opinion, and the opinion of a few other people, it looks like he tries to catch it and he misses and it hits him. If you go watch the video that No Menesio made, he slows it down like drastically. And you see his hand like go like this and it misses. Yes, exactly, Your News Now. I would have been laying face first on the ground, handcuffed, if they were in fear. So, that's the update now, guys. If anybody wants to start throwing some money at my PayPal, I would appreciate it. You know, every dollar helps. But as I get more information throughout the day, because I'm like got the site on refresh, you can see he doesn't even flinch. He doesn't even nothing, man. Like, I can't even say for sure that it hit him. Like, it looked like he tries to catch it and it deflects off his hand. Well, that's not my fault. You know, and the way the statute reads in Indiana, I mean, I'm sure there's exceptions, but the way the statute reads is it says I have to make contact with him, and I didn't. Now, obviously, if I throw a brick at somebody, they're going to charge me with battery, but a 3-gram driver's license, you know what I'm saying? Bennett either bounced off the mirror or the wind took it. I can't say for sure, but you could definitely see it goes forward and then comes back. It wasn't, I didn't reach my arm out the window and chuck it back at him because he was standing towards the back. So, you know, all it is they're not the first department to try to get my gun permit yanked. So that's what I think, just a little jaded. I think he tried to catch it, he missed it, and then he was pissed his fat ass had to bend over to pick it up. Right. It does say contact in a rude manner, but I never made contact with him. That's the point. It doesn't, in Indiana, it doesn't say that item was not attached to my hand when it made contact with him. So, like, I could get anything, like, if I walk up and hit somebody with a baseball bat, that's an extension of my body because I have the bat in my hand. The driver's license had clearly left my hand, and this is just a blatant retaliation case. They're throwing anything against the wall. Yeah, James covered that last night, that mine is battery, and when a cop puts his hands on you, it's not. You know? Yeah, and I mean, immediately after the traffic stop, I even jumped out of my car. Swine repellent is not going to steal my wife. I promise you that. But, yeah, and then immediately after the traffic stop, I get out of my vehicle to go into the police department, and they don't tackle me, they don't restrain me, they don't do nothing. But yet they're in fear. Now remember, they're in fear. There's 3 guys there with guns. They don't ask for my permit. They don't ask about my gun. They don't pull me out of the car. They don't cuff me. They don't detain me in any sort of fashion related to my firearm. But they're in fear. Oh, I don't care, Bobby. I'm not worried about it. That dude's mentally ill and has nothing better to do. Like, I'm flattered that, you know, he wants to fight the protection order I filed against him. Like, to me, it's flattering. Like, dude, just let it go. Like, you know, but I'm flattered that I'm so important to him that he has to keep bringing me up because he's irrelevant to me at this point. So he thinks he's going to do all this damage and sue my lawyer and blah, blah, blah. And Swine was going to sue me 6 months ago in federal court, and I'm still waiting. So he ain't gonna do nothing. He's all talk and he's fucking batshit crazy. Yeah, he's not. So there's a protection order against him. He can't come near my wife. Oh, because I'm a CIA agent, Bobby, along with the rest of the world, and then whatever. I don't know. It's what you deal when you deal with the mentally ill. But that's where we're at right now, guys. Not Chicago, guys. Not Chicago. Not the city of Chicago. New Chicago, Indiana. New Chicago, Indiana. Not Chicago, Illinois. That would be nice. Your news now. No news agencies have been notified. This happened last Wednesday, but the charges weren't filed till Friday night, and I was in Michigan. I was out of town, actually. Friday was my anniversary, and me and my wife were out of town. So I got back yesterday, and I'm kind of waiting to see what they do today. Like, if they don't file the criminal charges, then all I got to do is beat the traffic ticket. If they do file the criminal charges, then, you know, I got to turn myself in and stuff. So just kind of waiting. If anybody wants to throw a donation to my PayPal, I'd appreciate it. Some more information, guys. I will give you all an update. I don't think they have a case. I mean, my lawyer is prepared to fight the case. The county I live in has a website you can go to through the sheriff's department and type in your name. Yeah, Kim, I checked this morning. As of a little bit ago, there was nothing there. So you can pull up all the case information on mycase.in.gov and search my name. I live in Hammond, Indiana. And then if you know my name, you can do the warrant search as well. Thanks, man. If you do something, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. You know, either way, I just appreciate people, you know, having my back and hearing my story and, you know, seeing what's going on. But I'm going to check again and see what's going on the websites. And if I find out I have a warrant, I will stream an update at some point today.